Hey everybody, John here for the Plow Guys. Just talking to Steve Robb over at the Steve Robb Show channel, and if you don't believe me, he'll do the intro.
How you doing? This is Steve Robb. Welcome to John and the Plow Guys. Stay tuned for more.
Alright guys, well this is an episode I've been waiting for a while to do. It just took me some time to do the installation. What I wanted to talk about in this episode were backup lights. I originally started and I put these in and I thought, this is the bomb, man. They look awesome right there at the back. Problem is that when you're trying to look through your rearview mirror as you're backing up, or even if you turn in your seat and you look through the back window, which of course you should do, all they really do is light up the back of the box. And of course, you can see I have a white truck. So, you know, they're good when I have to look inside the box for, you know, move around the salt or stuff like that, find the shovel. They're great for that. But actually lighting up the back of the truck as I'm backing up, totally useless because of the brightness that they cause within the bed of the truck and along the sides of the truck. It reduces your ability to see farther back. So what I did was I dug these out. These are Oxbeam 18 watt floodlights. So we put them here, and as you can see, I made kind of a cheese hole factory of these covers, and I was trying all sorts of stuff. But basically, what we've done is we're going to have these pointed to the rear and to the back. And as you notice, you can see that these lights, since they're right at the rear of the vehicle, they're not lighting up anything here. They're lighting up everything from the bumper back, which is what you want. Now, I know a lot of guys like to put their lights, of course, down under the bumper, but I'm sure you can understand the problems that is caused during the winter, backing up into snowbanks and stuff like that. Lights like this will not last long. I mean, you'll probably break them off in the first snowstorm. So putting them down low is not good. Keeping them high is what you want. Also with that installation, we also did an install with the backup alarm. Now I know a lot of guys have been saying, oh, you should get the backup alarm, and yeah, I agree with you. I've kind of been a slacker when it comes to the backup alarm, but we did install a backup alarm. Federal signal. I'm a little disappointed with the sound. It doesn't seem that loud, but you have to understand that the alarm, backup alarm, is in behind this light reflector. So some of the sound could be deadened because it's back there. But underneath it's open, so I would have thought the sound would have just come out. But I might move that around, see if that helps with the sound, makes it a little louder. It was only 87 decibels, so probably something to do with it. Also, when I did the installation, what I did was using the upfitter switches we have inside the cab. I assigned, what was it, number one's the roof light. So I assigned number 2 to power everything for backing up. So that would include the 2 floodlights, the 2 strobes, and the backup alarm. Also within that whole spaghetti mess of wires that I have on the driver's side light in the back is a relay. So on a relay, a typical relay, you have 4 outputs. Some have 5, but this particular relay has 4 outputs. And they're numbered as followed: 30, 87, 85, and 86. So what I've done is I've run switched power from the upfitter switches out to the back here, and I've hooked that up to the number 30 on the relay. And then number 87 is what's connected to all the different lights and the backup alarm. Now 85 and 86, of course, are ground and positive, and this is what's used to switch the relay on and off. And I'm just going through this for some people who just don't understand relays and that, so that you have a better idea of how they work. So 85 and 86 are the switching power. One goes to the ground, and the other one goes to your power switching, which in my case will be the backup lights. So when the backup lights come on, it switches or activates the relay. Now, if the switch in the cab is set to on, all these will come on. If the switch in the front is set to off, none of these will come on, and the truck will operate like OE, original equipment. So you won't have them come on in the summer when you're backing up and stuff like that. You don't really need to have them on, so why go through all the hassle? I don't want all these lights to be, hey, look at me, I want them to be there when I need them, and kind of stealthy when I don't. I'm not that flashy, hey, look at me type of person. But when you need them, you want them, well, they're there. So that's about it. I'll show you some of the installation. I did make some mistakes. Stuff I should have known better, but I didn't have any points of reference to do this video. But what I did do is, like I showed you with the cheddar Swiss cheese mess here on these panels, is I did manage to find a tab here going right down into the metal fender. That was already, now the metal fender of course was cut out, pre-cut out at the manufacturer level, and it was just a point of taking off. Well, at first I drilled the hole right over the tab, and then I took a pair of wire cutters and I cut off the tab, what was left of it, and now pretty much the nut and bolt used here to hold the light into place will hold down this corner, although it didn't lift when I took the tab out. Of course, I think there's two-sided adhesives running through this. My thinking is, of course, it's always better to drill through things you can replace easily and, well, relatively cheap. And the plastic cap here is probably one of the cheaper things to deal with than having to deal with metal. So that's what my process of thinking was when I was looking at that. I chose the aux beam lights because I've had dealings with these people in the past, and I do like them, and they've proven themselves time and time again. So I'm, figured, well, these would be just as good as any other lights. You can make your choice. I'll leave a link down in the description for the backup alarm, the backup lights. The strobe lights I bought at Napa, so I don't really have can't really give you can buy them from Lamfoos. I'll leave you a link to something I think is comparable on for Amazon. You can go check them out. Just take a look, and maybe you'll come across something else that you find is better. I definitely encourage you to, search through and look for what works for you. Not works for me, because your situation could be totally and absolutely different. So that's about it. I'd like to give a thanks to Steve for his fancy intro there. Just a quinky-dink. We got something going, and we're actually having a good laugh over it. And if it pans out, we'll probably make a video of it, so it should be funny. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and we got some more stuff coming up. What I want to do in the next episode is install a video camera. Yeah, I know. What I was thinking of doing was putting it up here at about the center, just under the light bar, and shining it back down here. Now the camera I have is it states it's 170 degrees. Well, 170 degrees is like this on both sides, So I figured that will cover a large area, and if it's mounted up high, you should be able to get a good view of where you're backing up, both left and right. With that camera, there's also a monitor. Now, this was stuff I spoke about last year or the year before, but I hadn't gotten around to it. So I'm going to try and get to it this weekend if I can. So I'll look into that. So if it's something you think you're interested in, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out on that, because we'll be able to see if it's worth how much did it cost me? 27. I guess altogether it costs about $50 for the monitor and the camera. So we'll see if that pans out. And if it does, well, maybe it's something you can add next year. Because it's getting kind of late now in the season. We're already in October, so it's not really the time you want to start and going through all this stuff, especially if it's cool out where you are. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye now. When we put the vehicle into reverse, see what happens. We have our backup alarm, side warning lights, and our backup lights. Now, if he was to switch the switch off and put it into reverse, so switch number 2 off and put it in reverse. Now you see we're in non-commercial mode. So this is what it looks like with just the regular backup lights on, and you can see the difference. Quite a bit better. It only cost me $50, so I don't really complain about it too. So let me see. Let me put you on speaker. Talk.
How you doing, John?
Yeah, that's not too bad.
4.
Hey, this is different, right? We'll be right back. Jeez, I almost pushed end on the phone to hang up on you. Oh, God.